broadcast, whether you're joining me live right here, right now, or in the replay version. I'm so glad you are here. Say hello, hello, hello in the comment section. That's our Workouts for Older Men live greeting. Post your comments, your questions, any suggestions. Just say hello, hello, hello. I'll acknowledge you, whether you're watching live or in the replay version. I will answer your question directly. I will link you to one of my many videos over on my website, 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗄𝗏.com. Make sure you go to 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗄𝗏.com. Make sure you go there often. I got a whole library of videos, podcasts, blog posts, training, nutrition, motivation, mindset, lifestyle. All right. Everything all designed for older men with busy lives, our values, our priorities. All right. The way we look at the world, it's much different than when we were younger, and we need sustainable strategies when it comes to training and nutrition. That's what I do. That's what I do every single night. Just connect with you. We can talk about working out. We can talk about diet, nutrition. We can talk about how to get motivated right at this age. Or we can talk about just life. Who cares, right? Life from our perspective. Now that we're a little bit older, right? I really enjoy, that part of just connecting and sharing our experience. A lot of us men, we don't, talk to each other about it. Sometimes we think we're going through this journey of life all alone, and our situation is unique. And from my vantage point, from all the men who I talk to, really focusing on older men, you would be surprised what you're going through. We're all going through, and when you realize that, it kind of takes this kind of pressure off just to handle the challenges in front of you, and instead of thinking you're a little broken or defective, or it's just you. Hello, 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 Charlie. So glad you are here. I'm doing this broadcast live on Facebook, and that's at 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗄𝗏 page, and also I am doing it on my YouTube channel, and that's at 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗄𝗏. Make sure you're on all of my social media platforms. And if you're on Instagram and you're watching the replay version, come on over. I'm doing this show pretty much about 7 days a week. This Workouts for Older Men live, and join the conversation. Hello, 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 Pete. Great to have you here. And hello, 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 Mark. Mark, how are you doing, sir? It's great to see you here. Hey, if you guys have any questions, just, I know Pete, I know Charlie, I know Mark. You guys have been doing this fitness thing for a while. I know that Pete and Mark have. Charlie still doing great, still lost all that weight, still making progress, relatively new to the process. But, what's up with life? How you guys doing, right? We're heading, I don't know how some guys have this mentality that they're going to live to 105 or whatever. And I hope they do. I hope they have all their facilities and their mind and their body. Right. But I always say we got more time behind us than in front of us. I know we kind of look at life like we're still 25 years old. Right. That's not the case. And maybe it's a good thing that we don't. So we live every single day with that sense of urgency, make the most out of this precious time we have left on the planet. I mean, we get to this age. And again, if you're new to this broadcast, maybe you're flipping through. I'll be 60 years old here in a few months. Looking forward to the big 6-0. I got some, I need a real challenge. I'm in a real challenge. I mean, I know Mark's competing. I know Pete, is into competing. That I need for this big 6-0. I don't know. I just want to push myself, right? The Thirsty Goose. All right, Cam from Melbourne. Hello, hello, hello. Over on YouTube. Great to see you here, sir. All right, but I'm really thinking about. Have you guys heard of the 75 Hard? All right, it's a program, and it's more than just working out, but it's kind of an ambitious workout. It's not necessarily a workout, but you got to work out twice a day for 45 minutes each. You got to drink a gallon of water a day. All right, got to read business books, and no cheating, zero cheating at all for the 75 days. And, I got some idea off every day. I'm not sure if I got to read. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to just go all in, but I don't know if that's physique assessment shots or can I show myself training in the gym, but pictures every day. It's probably for, that accountability every single day, whether you like it or not. Heard a lot of good things about it. Sounds tough, challenging, but I want to do more than just go through it myself. I want to take you along for the journey with videos and audios. I want to tell you the books I'm reading. I'm going to tell you what I learned from the pages that I'm reading. I want to show you my jug of water throughout the day. My workouts would be my workouts, right? I'm doing more than bodybuilding workouts now, but I'll definitely do that. I'll line them all out. I'll take pictures. I'll have videos. But the nighttime workout, see, personally, I mean, how I do this is that I can get in shape. You can get in shape. You don't need to train twice a day, right, to be fit. If you know what you're doing, that's what I do is I help you figure out what you're doing, right? And so, and I'll post all the different ways I can help. I got a lot of one-on-one coaching programs that can help you. But what I'm thinking is the nighttime workout, because, I'm a little sweaty right now because I have this 20-minute, if you've seen, I got my 7-year-old son, so I'm about 6 years old. I got a 7-year-old, and I also got an 8.5-year-old daughter, and we're really into sports. And so I just, now it's football season is intersecting with baseball season that's starting, and we're almost finishing basketball at the same time. So I play a lot of sports with them, and you can see my stretching regimen, my calisthenic regimen, and then actually watch me throw the football around, because I got to watch me throw the baseball around, me going through the basketball drills too at 60 years old. So 75 days hard. On that 76th day, that's my birthday, and just show the end product, whether I like it or not. See what a 60-year-old body with that time 33 years of training. What do you guys think? Would that be exciting? Show you my food? Just get totally into it. Just overdo it with pictures and videos. I mean, you see every aspect of my life. What do you think about that? Would you find that helpful, interesting? Let's see. Pete says, I know you're big on affirmations. What are some of your favorite affirmations to use? I'll tell you, that's a great question. Now, let me tell you my story about affirmations. For those of you, who aren't really familiar with that, is basically your mind will absorb, and if you don't control it, it's gonna go in some direction. So affirmations, like for example, I am powerful. I have strong body language. I am aggressive. I am determined. I have endless energy. It's I am. Everything you attach to I am, you become. If you say it enough, and you say it with motion, and you believe it. Affirmations, right? So, got to tell you something. This is what I learned a long time ago, probably like 21 years old, and I've always used affirmations. Like when I wanted to be great in bodybuilding or the business part of bodybuilding, I said, all right, what do I have to think of myself? Who do I have to become? And I'd write out, I am. And I always use technology, right? And so, back in the day with cassette tapes, I would record myself, whatever it was at the time. I am a mass machine, right? I am I'm a lean machine. I always stick to whatever I would attach. I do this, I am this, all these affirmations. And I would put it on at that time, the endless loop cassette tapes, right? And I would get so ambitious sometimes is that, I would play that all night long, right? So work all day, whatever, all day. And I didn't want to waste any time. My brain can absorb these affirmations at night. So I would sleep to these going on all night long, right? And what was funny about it is that, I remember there was a time where I was just totally exhausted. And what I realized is I went about 8 or 10 days, and I never turned my mind off, because your mind is absorbing those affirmations even when you're sleeping. So it was like terrible sleep, even though I was sleeping, because my mind was going, it was absorbing these affirmations, right? So you're going to brainwash yourself, or somebody's going to brainwash you. You're going to brainwash your kids, or somebody else is going to brainwash them, whether it's social media or whatever. So it's taking control of your mind with affirmations. So which ones, so I have my kids doing this. I think I posted them ever since they're little kids. If you look somewhere in this Facebook page over here on Facebook, you'll see my kids, I don't know, like 3 years ago, like 3, 4 years old. I am powerful. I am neat, clean, and organized, or whatever, right? And we do them to this day, right? That's what they wake up to in the morning. It's on the big screen TV. The affirmations, I'll kind of point you. I've got this separate YouTube channel that has their sports and their affirmations, right? And so they wake up to their voices about, I don't know, it was like 3 pages of affirmations, right? And I just record them. I put on a 3-hour endless loop video with, the scenes and then the background music. And so when they wake up in the morning, that's what's going on. That's what, and we got a whole bunch of rituals, and we do this board, what we call the family board. I'm writing a book on this, actually, our rituals. And one thing is, for the day they go through, it's like, what's their goal today? Is we've got this, on wheels dry erase board, and all 4 of us, it's just rapid fire. And so that we've been doing this for literally years, even though they're 8.5 and 7. So it's boom. What's your goal today? Okay, what are you going to imagine happening? Because imagination is so important. I get them to think of something new. Then what are they going to put on the dream board? If you know about a dream board, if you post something that you want or experience, right? And then the third one is, what's your favorite affirmation? And they'll say, I love school. I'm an awesome athlete, or whatever it is. I am powerful, right? And then what are you grateful for? What makes you happy? What do you love about yourself? And then 3 things they're going to do today. And it's always, I'm going to have an awesome day at school. I'm going to have an awesome time at basketball. I'm going to have an awesome time at softball, or whatever, right? And then we go around to each other. Mommy, what I love about you is you're huggable, all right? Daddy, what I love about you is, and they'll say, you're a bodybuilder, or something like that. Brooklyn, what I love about you is you're so smart, or whatever. And then after they say that to us, we go, I love that about me too, right? And then when they're done with that, and I make them say, tell me something about you that makes you special, right? And they'll say, like, I'm an awesome athlete, or something like that, right? So programming them to take control of their mind every single day. We have this, ritual, and it takes about 20 minutes, family time, that type of connection, every single day. And if you look at last night's workouts for older men, you'll hear my daughter from her 8.5-year-old experience describing the board and what it means to her. And I'll tell you is that she I was really impressed. She performed better, expressing herself, and I know she can do that even better when this camera turned on yesterday. I was very proud of her. So if that sounds interesting for your family, for your children, your grandchildren, an idea, I got a lot more on that to come. All right, but check that out. Check out my daughter on last night's workouts for Older Men Live. Jennifer, 66 and getting back in shape. Awesome. It's awesome. Let me know what I can do to help you. Charlie says, how is it the best way to get motivated after dealing with COVID? Probably you got to look 6 months in the future, 3 months in the future, just one step at a time, one step in front of the other. You remember that old Santa Claus is coming to town when we were kids? I guess it still plays with the really primitive animation, right? And then the elves said, just put one foot in front of the other. They sing that song, and soon you'll be walking out the door. Well, that's what you have to do. A workout, a week of workouts, getting bigger and stronger. You're not alone, Charlie. It's been a while. I think that, how long is it that you had COVID? Because I've had several clients, who have COVID, and the journey back, for some people it could be quite a journey back. Jeff, how are you, sir? New daddy, proud daddy. All right, great having you here. Jeff, you'd be interested. I think we probably talked about that board, what I just described, right? We talked about that during our coaching. Let me know if you want some material on that. Like I said, if that sounds interesting to you. Also, Jeff, I know your kids are, around, my daughter's age. Watch last night's, if you haven't seen it, Workout for Older Men Live, and you can see, instead of saying, oh, my daughter does this, she does her experience of that type of programming, affirmations. Laura, thanks for being here. James, hello. Nikita, Yes, sir. And Mark says, sounds interesting. Is that 75 hard? Maybe you guys can join me on that. That would be great. Charlie, you've had it for 3 weeks. Is it getting better, or is it lingering maybe more than you thought it would? I'm curious. Wish you a speedy recovery there. Let's see here. I want to make sure I say hello to everyone. And again, if you guys have any questions, continue asking me. Let's see. Charlie, Mark, Peter, the Thirsty Goose, Michael Scott. Hello, hello, hello. Great seeing you, Michael, over on my YouTube channel. I'll tell you is that, if you know me, you've watched enough of my videos, my produced videos, it's like I always feel the pressure of I got to have some produced show, and it's got to have a beginning, middle, end, and what I've just said, over the last, I said I'm just going to turn on the camera. I'm not going to have some plan. To me, it's like I talk about this stuff all the time. It's thinking, well, what are you going to talk about? Well, didn't you just talk about that 2 days ago? Probably have. Maybe it's been 2 years since it all blends in, because this is all I talk about all day long, right? And so I just said, screw it. Let me just turn on the camera, just connect with you, see what comes up. A lot of days, it's great conversation. You guys bring up stuff. I don't know. I come up with something that at least I find interesting, right? And a lot of times there's great questions. But every time I turn the camera, I'm allowing it to be, an unpredictable show instead of trying to take control of it. But if a lot of guys, a lot of my clients, I see a few here, but they're not really the type of men to type in the comment section and say hello. But when I talk to them, they're they comment about the show, and to me, I'm just turning on the camera. I've got a setup. It doesn't move, so it's really easy for me to come to you. And I love coaching, I love talking, I love connecting with you guys too. But seem to really like it, so I'll be more than happy to continue it. Right? Even so I appreciate that feedback. It just keeps me going. Sometimes, I, to me, because I talk about this 7 days a week, all throughout the day, all the different social media platforms, it's sometimes, it's difficult for me to weigh what's important to you or not, unless you ask me a direct question. And there's a lot of times where I don't get direct questions. So that's always the challenge. But if you like just hanging out, I'll be more than happy to hang out with you. Right. So, this isn't a type show because I really focus on older men. And if you really think about it, how many older men even work out? All right. How many older men are passionate about working out? Of the very few who do, who would watch the show. So the thing is, when you look at likes and views and things like that, it seems like there's not a lot, right? Because if you watch someone who serves everybody, man, women, children, young, old, everything in between, those who are serious, those who are not serious, and someone in between, there's this big wide range of people who come in and out, right? So there's a lot more views, where I eliminate most of those people. I just want the serious guys. There's fewer of them, but I tell you, it's really intense. So, don't let those numbers fool you. On my end, it's a lot of intensity, because remember, there's 8 billion people on the planet, right? So I'll be more than happy to come to you. Just give me your feedback. So Mark says, posting and sharing your fitness and diet activities. Okay, I'll definitely do that. I'll just leave it on everything, pictures, training, videos. I'll just, for 75 days to just get in the shape of my life when I'm 60, I'll just post everything, just put, because as long as I'm doing my business and connecting with you, and I'm getting in better and better shape, working towards my goal. And then, how I said, at 45 minutes a night, where it's coaching, guiding, and training with my kids. I don't know if my wife might like all that, but I'll be busy in a way that's really moving my goals forward and my family's goals. So what's 75 days of intensity, right? I think it would be a really good challenge, right? Laura says, thank you for sharing your talk. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you appreciating my efforts. Dana says, hello, 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 Skip. Thank you for your energy and motivation. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm getting You know, maybe the formula is to not come here with some structured plan and some lesson all the time to show up, because a lot more, you know, guys getting good feedback from just showing up. And it's easier for me to just show up too. Nikita says, I've studied your journey in bodybuilding from your championship wins at Team Universe. Your discipline and athleticism were well ahead of its time. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, when I think of what was ahead of my time there is, you know, this is easy, right? I mean, like I said, you know, once you know how to do the technology, I mean, here I am in high quality, 10x80 video, right? It's just flipping on a switch, and I can share my message and share it on just easy links through all my social media platforms. It's easy now, you know, social media cameras or, but back when you're talking about my Team Universe wins back in the late 90s and 2000, I mean, you had to have some desire to really get your message and your videos and everything out, because it wasn't easy like this. Sometimes I think that was probably that determination to be one of the first people to put out that, you know, that's because I loved it. Well, I still do, but in a different way. And but I appreciate you saying that. The bodybuilding thing was kind of cool too, though, right? Jesse, hello, Jesse over on YouTube. I'm glad you guys are on YouTube. Again, you know, maybe there's not a lot of views on YouTube. All right, I really, you know, focus on a very small demographic, right? So, but you know, YouTube has a certain formula. This isn't the best thing for YouTube, right? If somebody's searching on Google and it's connected to YouTube and they're looking up, I don't know, a workout for older men, and then they get this guy casually jabbering, you know, it's not good for YouTube. But I want it for my subscribers, and it's just good connecting with you, you know, even though it's really not what the YouTube format is all about. All right, but over around here, so yeah, a lot of good feedback. So yeah, I'm excited about, you know, pushing myself. You guys want to go on? I'll talk more about that. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas of what you want to see. And yeah, this is for the ages, just the ultimate contest. I mean, really see what kind of shape I can get in at 60 years old. So Gerardo's A1 says, we still like to watch you on YouTube. Well, yeah, you know, I think, you know, kind of, you know, and I appreciate that. I think, you know, so Nikita talks about my discipline and my very structured approach to bodybuilding. You know, they call me the mass machine. Well, sometimes it bleeds over that I don't want to produce a video unless it has all that thought and all that structure. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a lot of these, you know, here on the 15th, there's no more masks in the gym. I'm not doing any videos with the mask on. I'll tell you that. So that thing is going to be finally over. So I'll just be in the gym, working out, do at least a couple sets with you, you know, go live on YouTube, Facebook like this. All right, guys. Well, this was a good visit. I always love your energy. Thank you for being here. I'm going to post all the different ways I can help you for one-on-one coaching. If you're the type of guy you just want this taken care of, you want to learn from the best, and just in your confusion, frustration, overwhelm, you want simple and effective strategies that work from a trusted source. So you just have it for the rest of your life, right? You can't wait till you're 75 to figure this out. You don't need to. You have me. So reach out. We can talk about a one-on-one coaching journey, the right plan for you. It'd be nice to talk to you, even if you decide not to have one-on-one coaching. I love to talk to you and connect. So let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. Let's work out. Let's eat right to support it with a sense of urgency. Let's work hard our business, you know, our job, right? Our legacy, right? Let's love and connect with the people we care about most. Like I said, when we're a little bit older, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We have to live with that sense of urgency. All right, guys, have a great day.